Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It's about 4:30 on the 1st of August, and wow, first of the month rally, and we break out over a trend line, and we've got a target. How about that? But before we take a look, I need to remind you that the website and the video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I could draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I'm not a licensed financial professional. I'm just a guy who draws lines on charts. So let's take a look. Well, today the market, the S&P in particular, broke out over that 1698, did so strong right out of the gate, and started and really moved up all day long. We didn't move up a tremendous amount after that initial gap, really, over this 1700 area. But we did get up over this, and I got to be honest, not by that 1% technical margin that we like to see, but I think this is likely going to see some follow-through action and a move up to 1721, 1722 as a minimum. And if this move were to continue and to be really strong, and we reach this yellow line up here, that's really our next line of resistance now. Prior to that, we were considering this 1698 as resistance, and this would also be resistance, we knew, and we never really back-tested this broken support line in our channel, and we likely never will, because that channel was just moving up at a pretty strong clip. I just don't see this market. If we extend that line on up, you'll see what I mean. I just don't see this market being capable of that kind of strength to get us up to the 1750s tomorrow or the 1760s on Monday. I just don't think that is a realistic expectation. However, I think a move to backtest this yellow line is within reason, and let's see if we end up getting that. And I think if we do, the driving force behind this would be this not inverted head and shoulders pattern. You remember when we were talking about this, we were looking at this as a left shoulder head, and then let's get a right shoulder, and then let's break out. We never got the right shoulder. As a matter of fact, it was almost about how many seconds, it seems, after I said, let's see if we get a shoulder, it just, no, I don't need that. Well, I think it would have been really good to have. I think it would have spoken for maybe a little bit more legs to this rally than what I think maybe shows a little bit of anxiousness on the part of buyers. I don't know that that's a good thing. So basically, this is what we got. We've got a broken channel line in this yellow line that has not really faced a strong back test. I mean, we've got a little back test back here and here, but we never really had the big move down and then the typical longer term rally to come back to that line. This may be what we're setting up right now. So, hey, this pattern did resolve to, it appears now, the upside. We have a short-term target of 1721, 1722, but I'm looking for a little bit more than that to get us up to test this line, and then we'll start to see what might develop at that point in time. This red line, by the way, if you're wondering, goes all the way back to the two tops in 2010 and then 2 more touches in 2011, and that's a line that has not been reached in, well, about 2 years. Actually, a little bit more than 2 years. So if we reach this line right here, I'm thinking that might be a good spot to see if there is some sign of resistance. And then you might be looking at this gray line and wondering what that is. Well, let me change it to another color. I'm going to make it a really dark blue. And this line is actually kind of hard to know exactly where it should be because of the fact that it has its genesis and its definition really from back in the mid-2000s. But this was basically the channel that the S&P was in for almost 3 years before it broke out over the top of that channel. Then really the wheels came off. We did get a momentary, well, I actually got a pretty good back test on it before the spring of 2008, which really started to set up the eventual significant downside that was encountered in the fall of 2008. So anyway, that's what that is, just in case you're wondering. Let's make it another color so that maybe it gets a little bit more interesting. And finally, we can take this line that was our old resistance line back from those same 3 years, and we can extend it forward as well. Because folks, as much as we might think this market is overextended, it's looking like it's wanting to go higher. And I think taking these lines and projecting them well out into the future might give us, it might be helpful. It may or may not, but let's see. So guys, there's your video for the first day of August 2013. Look for 1721, 1722 as a short-term target, but I believe we probably got more length, more strength to this than just that move. Let's see if that's how it pans out and if we get a tag on this line right here. I want to thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.